My girlfriend said, "God, you're so exhausting. I can do whatever I want. I don't need your permission." Those were her exact words when I asked her a simple question. I went silent. I didn't yell. I didn't break anything. I just said one word, "Okay," and walked out. But after that moment, everything changed. Right before my eyes, the mask of her wellness and spiritual love began to fall. From that night on, my entire view of relationships, money, and the difference between supporting someone and funding your own betrayal completely changed. Hey legend, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to my channel and support me. Thank you. I'm 32, and I thought I had finally found someone who understood me. Her name was Maya, and when we met 2 years ago at a meditation retreat in upstate New York, she seemed like everything I'd been looking for. She talked about energy, boundaries, healthy communication. She had this whole Instagram aesthetic, yoga poses at sunrise, journal entries about self-love, posts about choosing yourself first. I fell for it. I fell for her. 6 months into dating, she moved into my apartment. I owned a 2-bedroom in Brooklyn that I'd been paying off for years. She was between places after leaving her ex, and I wanted to support her journey. That's what she called everything, a journey. Her healing journey. Her self-discovery journey. Her entrepreneurial journey, trying to launch a wellness coaching business that never quite launched. I covered rent. I covered groceries. I paid for the couple's retreats she insisted we needed. $1,500 for a weekend in the Catskills where we sat in circles and talked about our inner children. I did it because I loved her, and because she kept saying once her business took off, she'd contribute more. The night everything changed was a Thursday in September. I came home from work around 7. Maya was on the couch, scrolling through her phone, laughing at something. I asked her a simple question. "Hey, did you ever send that rent money you mentioned last week?" She'd promised to contribute $300. It wasn't even close to half, but it was something. She didn't look up. I spent it. On what? Does it matter? I mean, you said you'd help with rent this month. That's when she put her phone down and stared at me with this look I'd never seen before. Cold. Almost amused. "God, you're so exhausting," she said. "I can do whatever I want. I don't need your permission." I just stood there. My brain couldn't process it. This was the woman who preached about partnership, about showing up, about accountability. "Okay," I said. I grabbed my keys and walked out. I didn't know where I was going. I just drove. Ended up sitting in a Starbucks parking lot for 2 hours, staring at nothing. When I got back to the apartment around midnight, she was asleep. I slept on the couch. The next morning, she acted like nothing happened. Made herself a smoothie, posted a story about releasing toxic energy, and left for a yoga class. That weekend, I started noticing things I'd ignored before. She was always on her phone. Always. And she'd angle it away from me whenever I walked by. Sunday night, she said she was going to a women's circle and wouldn't be home until late. She left at 6 and didn't come back until almost 2 in the morning. "How was it?" I asked when she finally walked in. "Powerful," she said, and went straight to the bathroom. Update 1. I'm not proud of what I did next, but I stopped trusting her. Monday morning, after she left for another one of her all-day wellness events, I looked at our shared laptop. She'd left her Instagram logged in. Her DMs were open. The first conversation I clicked on was with a guy named Tyler. Messages going back 3 months. Lots of heart emojis. Lots of, "I miss you," and "can't wait to see you again." There were voice notes I couldn't bring myself to listen to, but the texts were enough. One from 2 weeks ago. "Last night was exactly what I needed. You make me feel alive." Another from the night before our Catskills retreat. "Wish you were coming with me instead, but I'll make it work." I scrolled further. There was another guy, then another. For different conversations, all overlapping, all intimate. One of them she'd been seeing since before she even moved in with me. I took screenshots of everything and sent them to myself. Then I closed the laptop and sat there, shaking. I didn't confront her immediately. I needed a plan. That night, when she came home, I acted normal. She rambled about her day, about some new crystal she bought, about her next activation ceremony she wanted us to attend. I nodded and pretended to care. "Actually," I said, "I've been thinking. You should invite some of your friends over this weekend. I feel like I don't know them well enough." She looked surprised. "Really? Yeah. Let's do a dinner thing. You can invite whoever you want." She smiled. "That's really sweet. I'll reach out to some people." Update 2. She invited 8 people. Saturday at 7. I told her I'd handle the food, and she could just focus on hosting. She was thrilled. For the first time in weeks, she seemed genuinely happy with me. I spent that week preparing. I printed out every screenshot, every message, every conversation. I organized them into a neat folder and made copies. Saturday came. Her friends started arriving. I recognized a few from her Instagram. Very wellness crowd, flowy clothes, tattoos, lots of talk about Mercury being in retrograde. Tyler showed up around 7:30. I recognized him immediately from his profile picture. He brought wine. He hugged Maya a little too long. I played the perfect host. Poured drinks. Made small talk. Maya kept glancing at me like she couldn't believe how great I was being. Around 8:30, everyone was sitting in the living room, laughing, eating appetizers. I stood up and cleared my throat. Hey, everyone. Thanks for coming. Maya and I have been together for 2 years, and I feel like I've gotten to know some of you through her stories. But there's something I want to share tonight. Maya looked confused. Babe, what are you doing? I pulled out the folder. I recently discovered that Maya has been seeing multiple people while living here. In my apartment. That I pay for. The room went silent. What the fuck? Maya stood up. Her face went white. Tyler, I said, looking directly at him. You've been texting her for 3 months. You told her 2 weeks ago that last night was exactly what I needed. Ring a bell. Tyler looked like he wanted to disappear into the couch. I started handing out printed screenshots to everyone in the room. There's also Marcus, James, and Declan. Some of you might know them. One of her friends, a woman named Simone, took the papers and started reading. Her jaw dropped. Maya, what is this? Maya grabbed for the folder. You went through my phone? You invaded my privacy. You're right, I said calmly. I did. And I found out you've been cheating on me with at least 4 people while I've been paying your rent, your food, your spiritual retreats, everything. This is fucking insane, she screamed. Everyone, he's controlling. He's abusive. This is exactly why I needed space. But nobody moved to comfort her. They were all reading the messages. Tyler quietly stood up and left without saying a word. 2 other people followed him out. Simone looked at Maya with pure disgust. You told me he was controlling. You said he didn't respect your boundaries. But you've been lying this entire time. I don't owe any of you an explanation. Maya grabbed her purse and stormed toward the bedroom. You have until tomorrow to get your stuff out, I called after her. I'm changing the locks Monday morning. She slammed the door so hard a picture frame fell off the wall. Final update. She left the next morning before I woke up. Took most of her things, but left a mess. Drawers open, hangers everywhere, half-empty bottles of expensive skincare products I'd bought her still in the bathroom. She sent me one text. You're a small, sad man. I hope you find peace. I didn't respond. By Monday, she'd deleted her Instagram. Her friends stopped following her. Apparently, Simone spread the story through their entire wellness community. I heard through a mutual acquaintance that Maya tried to spin it as me being financially abusive, but nobody bought it after seeing the screenshots. Tyler blocked her. So did the other guys once they realized she'd been juggling all of them. 2 months later, I ran into Simone at a coffee shop. She apologized for not seeing through Maya sooner. Told me Maya had moved back to her parents' place in New Jersey and was apparently taking a break from social media to heal. I just nodded. I didn't care anymore. I'm still in my apartment. I started therapy. Not because I'm broken, but because I wanted to understand why I ignored so many red flags. My therapist asked me what I learned, and I told her the truth. Some people are really good at performing love while taking everything you have. Edit 1. A lot of people have asked if I ever got the $300 back. No, and I don't care. Best money I ever lost. Edit 2. Tyler reached out a few weeks ago to apologize. Said he had no idea I existed. We got coffee. Decent guy, actually. He'd been manipulated too. We laughed about how she probably told him I was her toxic ex she was still living with temporarily.